Hi guys, it's Summers here. Welcome to another of my FIFA 2019 videos. This time it's a little different though, because in this series I'm going to take you through some of the issues that career mode has. Yeah, I know we've all had a good old moan about what seems like a forgotten feature for EA, but as I've been playing the game since its first incarnation in 1993, I still hold out hope that it can be revived in the coming years. After all, the current version of career mode may have had a few new cutscenes and the likes added, but fundamentally it's still the same mode we had last year, with an updated roster and the FIFA 2019 gameplay. Therefore, it's my hope that EA, having come to the end of the Journey mode storyline, really do make an effort with career mode for FIFA 20, especially as Ultimate Team also seems to have come in for some criticism as well. In this video I'm going to take you through an issue that I've noticed with my own career mode save, a road to glory that I'm doing with Aston Villa, which you can obviously catch up with if you have a look through my channel. But I will make other videos in the future explaining some of the directional ideas I'd like the mode to head in, and some of the other flaws that you can either expose for yourself or get extremely wound up about, just like me. So, the issue I'm going to talk about in this episode is how, as a recently promoted team struggling against relegation, I can sign a top player. And not only that, but as you'll see shortly, I can actually get them signed up on contracts far below the ones they currently have. I'm going to just jump straight on into what's already been playing on in the background. As you can see, we're negotiating a contract deal here with Eden Hazard, and it's my Aston Villa career mode save, as we've already mentioned. Now, Hazard is on £310,000 at Chelsea and shouldn't even be negotiating a contract with Aston Villa at this point, in my opinion. But as we can see, he has come down to £180,000 for his wage, a £1.85 million signing bonus, and a £5 million appearance bonus after 25 games. Now, that on its own is a massive steal, in my opinion, for what is a player that's worth £79 million and would cost you normally over £100 million to buy. But, you know, let's push it a bit further. Let's see how low we can go. So I've taken away the appearance bonus, I've upped the signing bonus to £2 million, and there we go. I can basically sign Eden Hazard for £210,000 a week, £100,000 less than he's on at Chelsea, at a team that has no potential for the rest of this season. I might actually go down. Let's put it that way. I'm in a dogfight for relegation. I could potentially go down, yet I'm able to sign a player like Hazard. To me, that is not an accurate enough portrayal of the transfer negotiation procedure that would occur, and I think it needs to be addressed, not only for this FIFA with a patch perhaps, or you know, it needs to be dealt with certainly for next year's game. So having had that happen, I decided to reload the game save that I'd got with Villa, and have a look at who else I could try to negotiate a deal with, and whether it was just a one-off with Hazard for some particular reason, as to him taking a massive pay cut. So we got Sadio Mane here. He is worth around £47 million. So, you know, not quite got the same potential as Hazard in terms of that, the overall money that he's worth, but still, he is a player that Aston Villa at this stage in their season should not be able to sign, and clearly we're in a position where we can get hold of him as well, and he's prepared to take a massive pay cut to come and play for us. He's currently on £185,000. If he was looking to sign a new contract, he should be looking for well over £200,000 easily, yet we're in a position whereby I'm negotiating an even better deal here. I've changed the signing bonus to £1 million, and he's signed on a wage of £120,000, which to me is absolutely bananas. You know, we've potentially there just signed a fantastic player for, you know, we've potentially just signed a fantastic player that I can then go on and sell for a huge amount of money and completely change my career mode series. So now I'm going to try the same thing with Raheem Sterling. He's on quite a significant amount of money per week again, and he's worth £52.5 million, and we'd probably have to pay somewhere in the region of 85 to £100 million for him if we just tried to buy him straight away. So let's get into the negotiations. He's on £200,000 a week currently with Man City. I'm going to try the important squad role here just to be cheeky, which clearly we had to change to crucial. And then contract length, we're going to try at 4 years, which he's more than happy to take. And we're going to disregard the release clause. That's another thing that, these type of players, they should be having big release clauses in place, and we shouldn't be able to negotiate out of those, especially because of the potential for me to go down. If I'm signing these type of players and we've got the potential to actually be relegated, then we're not going to be able to afford them next year anyway. And there should be release clauses in place to account for that. Sterling's wage at this point is £60,000 less than what he's on at Man City, so we could sign him for £140,000 a week. Obviously he's got a signing bonus in there, but that's a drop in the ocean at 1.2 million compared to what we would have to pay for the player if we weren't doing it through a contract negotiation like this, where we're pre-signing the player. So I've changed it to 1.5 million on the signing bonus, and he's come back at 135,000 with that 1.5 million signing bonus. I'm going to try countering that again, and I'm going to try at 125, and let's just see what happens. I'm expecting him to go in the middle, to be honest, which he has. 130,000 and £1.5 million signing bonus. So there we go. I could have had Raheem Sterling as well as Sadio Mane and Eden Hazard, which is absolutely ridiculous when you consider the position that Aston Villa are currently finding themselves in my career mode. So having done that with the Premier League teams, I thought now I'd have a look at some of the other players that were potentially out there for me to sign. And Ramos is on the list. Now, an amazing defender, clearly a little bit older than the rest of the players that we've just negotiated with, but still worth £27 million. And he's a player that, I could actually be interested in getting on a pre-contract, because he could be quite good for Villa anyway. I wouldn't sign him for my career mode because I'm trying to build a youth squad, so he doesn't really fit the profile. But nevertheless, if I was in this position as Aston Villa, it might be an option that I would potentially take. But I would expect to pay at least his current wage, if not more money, because a player of his ilk would be looking to get a serious amount of money at the tail end of his career. I don't think he would be coming for a cut price, let's put it that way. So we've negotiated here with a crucial squad role and 2-year contract length. Again, no release clause, but at his age you can realise why that might be the case. And his current wage is 210,000. We've managed to negotiate 140,000 at this point, with a signing bonus just under £1 million and an appearance bonus after 10 appearances of 670,000. So I'm just going to try to renegotiate those figures and see where we could actually get with Ramos. So he's sticking at his guns basically. £140,000 per week, £830,000 signing bonus, and £670,000 after 5 appearances. I mean, to be honest, you'd look at that kind of deal as a football manager or a chairman or that ilk of person, and you'd be thinking, well, I'm gonna take that. Especially in the position that Aston Villa are in my career mode at the moment. To get a player of Ramos's ability would be exceptional. Don't get me wrong, I've been playing career mode for long enough to know that this is a tactic. Sign up a high value player on a pre-contract, see out their designated period where you can't sell them, and just bank. Voila, a big chunk of change to help you rebuild your squad. But this is completely different. This is you not only able to steal that high value player from their club, but also get a cut rate deal on their contract as well. In fact, I've got an example from last year. I was career moding with Wolves, something that I've been doing for several years now. And when Messi came up as a pre-contract signing in about season 3, I could get him. But I had to pay him £600,000 a week when he was already on £350,000 at Barcelona. So it just goes to show that that's how career mode should work when you're with a lower ranked team. To try to entice a top line player, you should have to give them a huge amount of money to make that signing. So for me, this is an entirely new glitch. So with this in mind, I began to wonder whether my career mode save was actually glitched in some way, and perhaps if I was somewhere else it wouldn't be happening. So I simmed through to the same point in a career with Man United and tried again to sign Hazard. This time around, Mane and Sterling had already re-signed with Liverpool and Man City, so they weren't an option to try this out with. But let's have a look at what happened with Hazard. So as we can see, top left-hand corner, I'm with Man United and I'm trying to sign Hazard on a pre-contract deal. Same scenario as last time, £310,000 is his current wage, and his immediate reaction to Manchester United is to take a pay cut, but not as drastic as it was with Villa. Have a look at that goal bonus though, £6.5 million he's looking for this time. So I've removed that. I've left the signing bonus in place, but I'm trying to reduce that a little bit as well. And we're going to see what we can do in terms of reducing the overall wage. Remember that we got Hazard on 210,000 last time around, so that's what I'm going to try again here. And he's rejected that, obviously, because he's lost his goal bonus there. £2.5 million is his signing bonus he's looking for with a £300,000 wage. So, you know, it is slightly different to my career mode scenario, whereby, you know, he's willing to take a huge amount to come to me. And I think that's partly because of the way that the wage budget works here. We've seen that Man United have got a lot more money to spend. So, my immediate reaction then was to try the same thing with Stoke City instead, knowing that I can sim through with Stoke and they will win the championship. As we can see here, I'm moving on to Sterling because I've already actually done the contract negotiation with Hazard, so I'll show you that one in a moment. I wanted to show you something, a different negotiation basically. So current wage 200,000, and we're already at a point whereby he's taking a massive pay cut again, £75,000 a week, less than what he's on at Manchester City. So we're going to remove the goal bonus and we're going to try to edit those figures to try to get a better deal per week. £1.5 million signing bonus and the wage at... Sorry. Yeah, I just had to go backwards here because I pressed the wrong button going out. So £1.5 million signing bonus, £125,000 a week, and he signed that deal. So as you can see here, with Stoke City, I have managed to negotiate deals with Hazard at £220,000 a week, Mane at £125,000 a week, and Sterling at £125,000 a week, which, in honesty, shouldn't happen. We shouldn't be able to sign that all three of those players on those pre-contracts in a situation whereby it would be very similar to my career with Aston Villa. They could potentially go down that season. Let me know what you think about this glitch in the comment section below. Is it something that you're happy with? Did you already know about it? If you didn't, it may help you with your career mode saves. But for me, it lacks any kind of realism and needs fixing in the future. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like on it and also subscribe to my channel for more notifications on any future FIFA 19 content. And also be sure to go and check out my Squad Goals career mode series, and hopefully I'll get around to another of these FIFA floor videos in the very near future.